What's up, guys? Welcome back to the channel. In today's episode, got a treat for you guys today. Today, we're going to stack up the newly released Band 85s versus my custom handmade pair of 85s. I do also have the reverse bred 85s and also the black and white 85s. But in this video, we're just going to keep it towards the handcrafted 85s versus this retail Band 85. So jumping right into it, the lineup consists of the UNC 85s, moving down into the Chicago 85s. And next up, we have the Black Toe PE version 85. And last but not least, we have the 2025 newly released Band 85s. So what we're going to do, we're just going to take a look at the overall quality of each shoe. And we're going to take a look at the overall execution and how well these shoes was constructed. And as you can see, we're kind of running out of room, so we will be doing these on a 1 versus 1 basis. Let's get into this video. And since Nike dropped the Air Jordan 1 black toe actually today, I think it's fitting to start this video out with the high 85 black toe PE version. And this shoe was my biggest reason for passing up on the Jordan 1 black toe today. But I am curious to know if you guys went for that Jordan 1 black toe. Did you pick up a pair of those shoes? At the time of this recording, I think there was a lot of pairs still left on the Nike app. Let me know how you fared on this release. But getting back into this one, again, I didn't really need that black toe since I had this 85 high, which I absolutely love. I think the overall craftsmanship on this handmade pair was pretty much immaculate, man. In my opinion, of course. So we're just going to stack it up to this Band Bred 85 and just look at the overall quality and craftsmanship of it. And guys, if you do want to see a standalone review of this shoe, please feel free to go check out my previous videos and take a look at this shoe. Very dope shoe. But first and foremost, what I want to do is take a look at the toe box shape. And this Band 85, in my opinion, perfect toe box shape. I love the slant to it. Let's see how this custom handmade pair stacks up. Also, excellent shape, man. I think they really nailed this one, man. Yeah, guys, this is very impressive. I needed to get another view of this shoe. Taking a look at this overhead view, just look how close in shape they got this toe box. And again, on the right, this is a custom handmade pair of high 85s, and on the left you have the newly released Band 85s. Wow. Here's a quick look at the medial side of the toe box. I can say that the black toe, it seems to be angled a little shorter on the shorter side versus these breds. It's slightly higher. The material moves slightly higher up the toe box versus the slimmer cut on these black toes, but very similar in shape. Here's a quick look at the details on the sock liner. Bred ones versus my custom handmade pair. This shoe draw inspiration from this 85. Wanted to get a side-by-side comparison of the Nike swoosh. I believe these handmade pairs slightly larger swoosh than the retail pair, but very much on par. Here's a look at the rear of them together. Both of them have the hourglass shape, more pronounced on the Band 85s. It flares out wider versus the handmade pair. As I stated in my Band 1 video, as the reason that I think these Band 1s look slightly shorter in height is because of this section right here. As I mentioned in that video, you see how much thicker and taller this ankle collar is versus the Band 1s. That's what I think was throwing off that perception that it looked shorter, even though it seems to be just an increment shorter. Overall, it's basically the same height. And also another detail on the rear of the shoe is the angle cut on the midsole on these Bred 85s versus your traditional rounder midsole. As you can see, this one has an angle cut. And that's part of the newer tooling that was on these Band 85s. But just taking a quick look at the leather, the color seems pretty similar. I am, kind of blacked out in my studio with only one light on, but in person it seems to be pretty accurate to the Chicago color. I will say the leather panels on this handmade pair is very similar to the Bred ones, except this side panel. The side panel is a lot more softer versus this stiff Band 1s. Also, another thing I wanted to look at was the actual midsole. On the GR85s, it had this basic 85 midsole with the dimples in it. So what was changed on this 2025 pair, the engineers stated that the original 85s, actually the midsole was hand carved and hand crafted. So basically they did a 3D print of the original 85 to replicate it on this 25 pair. So I did want to take a look at the difference in texture between the two. So it's very clear to see that the Band 1 texture is a lot different from the GR. And here's a quick look at the wings logos. Better quality on the Band 1s. Both do have that embossed raised wings logo. And this is the Band 1 85 versus my custom handmade pair of black toe 85s. I must say they executed this black toe very well. And also I give props to Nike as well with this new 25 Band 1. You can feel the quality difference on that Band 1. I just think that the Nike constructed this one just a little much better. It's a lot tighter of a shoe, and that could very well just be that the stiffer leathers on the shoe versus, as I stated, that the side panels and the toe box is a lot softer leather. But I will say that the black panels and the red panels on this custom, they do have a similar feel to the Band 1s. Overall, very nice custom. And yeah, guys, not to make this a very long video, since we did the first shoe, I think we can just roll through these next two and just do quick comparisons of each points on the shoe, and we'll get you guys up out of here. So next up, we have the custom High 85 Chicago versus this Band 85. And I also love the Chicago custom. As you can see, I already wore this one. Has some slight creasing in the toe box, nothing too terrible, and this shoe look amazing on foot. Really love this one. So let's go ahead and take a look at these toe boxes. So the toe box shape on the Chicago versus that black toe, this one does come up slightly higher, closer to the shape of this bread toe box. If you remember that the black toe, it was more slanted lower versus that bread. This one is much more closer and truer to that bread 85. And here's an overhead shot of the toe boxes. You see what I mean? These are almost identical in shape. All right, taking a look at the medial side of the toe box. I'm starting to wonder if Nike actually purchased one of these custom 85s and ran off of that. But no, Jordan Brand did say that they basically re-engineered a OG 85 to get their shape. So, but damn, that is very close. Here's a look at the rear of the shoe together. Both do have that signature High 85 taller tongue. And here's the shape of the rear of the shoe. Most High 85s are known for having that straight up and down rear section of the shoe. I think the bread 85s, it is straight up and down, but it almost has a slight curvature on the rear upper section of the shoe. Slightly curved at the rear versus the more straight up and down custom made pair. That is one thing I have noticed on that Band 85. You see how at the ankle collar section it kind of tilts back very so slightly? That's something I've been noticing lately on that shoe. Well, from the first time I seen that shoe up until getting them in hand. But nonetheless, very nice shape on both shoes. And this Chicago also has the soft side panels versus the other portions on the shoe. Toe box and the side panels are very soft feeling. And I guess that's just the attribute to this developer and the materials that they chose to use. And another thing I want to show you was the tongue tab. And I stated this in my Band 85 video. The Nike Air tag, it has that retro font to it versus your more traditional Nike Air that you see on GR Jordan 1s and also this custom 85. But yeah, I've worn these Chicagos maybe 3 times, and as you can see, the creasing on the toe box is not too bad. I do have a shoe tree in here, but again, the leathers on the toe box is soft along with the side panels, and the feel of it when on foot, it gives me hope that this Band 85 will break in after multiple wears to this level of shoe. But I can almost guarantee after 3 wears in this, it will not feel like this. You're probably gonna have to get at least, I would say, close to 10 wears before it starts to get kind of broken in. So, but yeah, guys, that was my High 85 custom Chicagos versus the 25 85 breads. And last but not least, we have the 85 UNCs. So this custom UNC, very dope shoe, man. Love the UNC powder blue. I think the color is probably slightly off, but there are so many different variations of the UNC blue. I want to say the originals, they had a slightly more teal look to the blue, and that could very well be like the Asian of that shoe. So I can't wait till the UNC reimagined Jordan 1s come out later this year. I might actually cop that shoe just to get a one-on-one with that shoe versus this custom made pair, just to see how much the color might differentiate from each other. I'm very curious to see the color match up on that shoe. But getting into this one, again, this shoe jumps out, pops pure white with that UNC blue. As I always state, you can't go wrong with that. Really like what they did with this shoe. I haven't had a chance to wear this one yet. I probably will be pulling it out this upcoming spring. This is a great spring shoe. But getting into it, let's take a look at these toe boxes. And I will say that this developer did get his toe box very accurate. Excellent shape to it. And here's an overhead shot of these two together. And here's a medial shot of the toe boxes. Very nice. And here's a shot of the medial sides together. Really love that Nike swoosh on the UNCs. Very oversized, excellent proportions to it. And here's an almost comical rear shot of the shoe. Man, they got these UNCs laced up so damn tight. Guys, rest assured, this thing is not shaped like this. It actually flares out. I don't know why they lace these shoes up to the tippity top. And here's a rear shot of the shoe. Once again, this one leans back sort of slightly versus the UNC. You see how that thing sits straight up and down. Here's a good shot of them back to back. As I stated, the Band 85s aren't shorter. You can see the height similarities in each shoe, even though this Band 85 just looks slightly shorter. It's just the eye catch to it, because as you can see right here, they're basically the same height to them. But all in all, comparing this Band 85, stacks up excellent with these custom handmade pairs that I have. I know the engineer in the Nike promo video stated that Nike was well aware of these custom handmade developer sites that was recreating the 1985, and some of them was selling them for a premium. In my case, these shoes are going actually less than your standard Air Jordan 1 GR. And with the quality we just seen with these shoes, that's pretty much eye-opening in my opinion. So I'm not really sure. I know VRL, they used to do like remakes. So Nike could possibly been talking about those guys selling their remakes for a premium, and that gave Jordan somewhat the excuse to put a premium on this new release, bumping up the price to $250. So I think Nike and Jordan Brand kind of, tried to play the system somewhat. And I think they also was probably pretty mad that you had these competing developers out here making 1985s better than the brand actually was in some people's opinions. So I will say they finally stepped up to the plate and created this Band 85, which I think they did execute very well. From an overall standpoint, from fit and finish to the materials used on this shoe, they actually did their thing on this shoe. But guys, that's what I had for you today. Just wanted to come through and stack up my custom handmade 85s against this newly released Bread 85, just to see how they stacked up overall, quality wise, and just the overall look of the shoe. I think it came out very well, man. But yeah, being All-Star Weekend, the Band 85 Breads is probably finished releasing, as we got the black toes today. That ends all the hoopla and the drama on these 85s. We can go ahead and keep moving forward. So this probably be the last video that I make on these 85 Band Breads. I only had a couple. I know there's a lot of content creators out here that was pushing videos for weeks on weeks. So I kind of tried to stay relaxed on pushing out too much content on it. So again, we're going to move forward. There's tons of releases coming out this year that I'm really looking forward to. Next up, we have the Foam Galaxies. Also these Black Toes released today. But yeah, we got those Galaxies. I'm really looking forward to those. And if you are as well, tons of raffles starting to open up. I think I'm in on 4 raffles so far. You have Exhibition, Social Status, I'm on 1 year, APB. There's tons of more out there. I will say, quick disclaimer on those raffles. If you are going to jump into them, please read the fine print when entering any kind of raffles, because you might very well end up to be very lucky and hit on how many that you enter. Say if I enter 4 of them, I end up hitting on all 4 of them. You're looking at over $800. So please be careful, read the fine print, and yeah, thank me later on that. But guys, please stay tuned to the channel. More shoes to come this year. It's gonna be a wild year. I'm gonna have to temper myself on trying to pick up every shoe that releases. And as I stated in the Bread 85 video, what I paid for those in resale, I'm gonna have to recoup that money and pass on actual releases. But we will be here to give you some information on the upcoming releases, to keep you guys somewhat in the loop on copping those shoes. So go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Stay locked in. I do have the Travis Scott Zoom Field Jacks video that I need to put up. That probably will be coming soon. And I actually been thinking about giving away that shoe on the channel. So yeah, stay tuned to the channel. Appreciate y'all for coming through as always. Until the next time, peace.